as I was cleaning out my parents' house and taking a look at old boxes that I hadn't seen in decades and decades, I ran across a bunch of STARCOM stuff. I do have my toys lying around in my house, but these inserts and things, I guess I left at my parents' house years ago and just forgot about them. This would have come with my Shadow Raider that I got for either a birthday or Christmas or something like that. STARCOM was a toy line from Coleco with guys with magnets on their boots, and they would stick to these spaceships and things, and also activate wind-up functionality, so you could wind something up, put the magnet boot guy on a panel somewhere, and it would lift a magnet and like activate whatever that wind-up thing was. It was a very cool toy line. So no batteries, because everything was wind-up stuff and activated with magnets.
STARCOM headquarters, defending planet Earth from the Shadow Force deep in outer space at the New Frontier. Colonel Corbin uses Magnalock to activate secret weapons for surveillance and instant defense. Power deploy brings weapons to life and deploys troops to any part of outer space, ready for action at the push of a button. Modulation enables troops and cargo to be transported efficiently from one battle location to the next, anywhere throughout the frontier, ready to fight the Shadow Force. STARCOM by Coleco. More exciting adventures waiting at your toy shop now.
Let's take a look at this. This would be the cross-cell that came with STARCOM. This is the Star Max bomber. I think I have this lying around, or I sold it, I can't remember. We'll take a look at everything here. As opposed to other cross-cell pamphlets that would come with toys back in the day, this is tiny, just like the figures that came with it. This is the Star Max bomber, transport missile cruiser, power deploy cargo bay. So this thing pops out. There's other functionality. There's like, this thing lifts up so you can put the figures in. There's cannons and stuff here. Pretty cool stuff. This comes with Captain Rip Malone. I love some of these names. The Laser Rat. Rapid Assault Tracker. Power deploy, cannons, console, and armor shield. So like this flips up so you could put the character in there. You fold it all back up and it becomes a sort of like module that can be picked up by something like the Star Max bomber. It has a little magnet underneath it that can pick up this thing and deploy it somewhere else. Comes with Captain Vic Hayes, Dakota, Assault Leader. So these are the good guys. I think the storyline of STARCOM was they fought separatists in space or something like that. Here's the F-1400 Star Wolf. This is their X-Wing fighter, I guess. And Flex Wing, Astro Fighter, power deploy, wings, and nose cones. So this moves up and this moves up to form a sort of like module, just like this thing would, that can be picked up by larger vehicles like the Star Max bomber and deployed somewhere else, and then it pops all down and you can have your character fly it around. It comes with Lieutenant Tom Waldron. The M6 Railgun. The Railgunner, this deployment is the same thing. It can fold up into sort of like a module, like a square module, and then pop back out into these cannons and everything, put your character in. Power deploy cannon and cockpit. Comes with Captain Rick Ruffing. So yes, there was a cartoon based on this. The cartoon is cool. If you watch it today, it's only 13 episodes. It's I think it's DIC, D-I-C. The thing about the cartoon was I think kids were expecting G.I. Joe in space, like more bombastic characterizations, the villains being like all the way evil and everything, and that didn't really happen. The battle crane, this thing can deploy things like this and this when they're in their modular form. And here's a module here. The combat cargo lifter, spring action cockpit, engine pods, and guns. So it comes with guns, so you can make believe that it can shoot guys too. I think I have one of these lying around. Comes with Sergeant Bob Anders, lifter pilot. And here's the Harv 7. So you could fit modules into the back of this, like this when it's popped up, or I mean when it's folded up, this when it's folded up, etc. The Harv 7 is a heavy armored recovery vehicle, power deploy Magna Lock lifter, and it comes with Staff Sergeant Champ Orion. And here's one of two good guy star bases: Starbase Station, Strategic Deployment Platform, Power Deploy Cargo Conveyor, Magna Lock Elevator, and URP laser cannon. So you could put a guy into this thing and the cannon starts going when you wind it up. You could put a guy into this lift, this elevator, and it could go up or down, whatever. Pretty cool stuff. This all folded flat. I remember I didn't have this starbase, I had the other starbase. And here are the bad guys, the Shadow Force. These vehicles were awesome. I have the Shadow Bat. It's pretty cool stuff. The Shadow Bat battle cruiser, power deploy cargo bay, and it comes with Major Clag. So these are the bad guys, separatist guys or whatever. They have the coolest stuff. The thing about this is you'll see the Shadow Parasite later, but you can fit two parasites, one on each wing here, so it looks like a big air fortress when you do that. Also, what they're talking about with the power deploy is that you could fit one of these smaller vehicles, we'll get to that too, inside it, and you can press a button and the ship lifts while the little vehicle you have pops out and rolls out. Pretty cool stuff. It's like fully armored. It's better than the Star Max bomber, I would say.
My Shadow Force space fleet will spread darkness throughout the universe!
Infradark has a deadly new weapon, the Shadow Bat Battlecruiser. But STARCOM is ready with a high-performance, high-altitude Starmax bomber. Armed with the latest high-tech weapon, it opens up to hold the men and hold the ammo. But can it hold up Infradark Shadow Force? Figures and vehicles, each sold separately. The fight for freedom rages.
Shadow Raider, I had two of these. The Shadow Raider, it's their HISS tank, basically. A sneak attack vehicle, power deploy, body sections, cannon, and guns. Yeah, when you press a button, it expands out, and this thing pops out, and this little back gunner pops out as well. You can fit a guy into here. It came with Captain Battlecron 9, which was a robot. So part of the issue with STARCOM, the cartoon, was that a lot of the characters in the bad guy side were robots and didn't speak and didn't have any personality, so that kind of ruined the fun too. Shadow Parasite. This is their bad guy X-Wing fighter. It's kind of like the Star Wolf. Attack fighter, power deploy, wingtips, cannons, and thrusters. Comes with Lieutenant Mag, attack pilot. Pretty cool stuff. As I say, you can fold these back in and put one of these here and another one here. And they lock on with magnets. Pretty cool stuff. The Shadow Invader. Rapid strike vehicle, high speed pullback motor, so you pull it back and then let it go. Also, I think you can fold in the wheels and everything, and it becomes kind of modular. Comes with Major Romac. And here are characters. Pretty cool. So here are the bad guys up top. Shadow Force, Evil Enemy. So these came carded as well. I think, I don't know if characters that came with vehicles came carded. I think they're just carded guys, and then there's vehicle guys. So there's General Vondar, General Torvek, Captain Storn, pretty cool characters. Sergeant Hack, Corporal Agon 9, Sergeant Ramor, Sergeant Borek, Corporal Slash, Sergeant Von Rod. And here are the good guys, the Space Force. This is Captain Paul Corbin, Corporal James Derringer. I had him. We'll see him in a second. Colonel John Griffin, Sergeant Bill Travers, PFC John Jefferson, PFC Al Evans, Lieutenant Rob T. Rogers, Sergeant Red Baker, Sergeant Hector Morales, Sergeant Victor Rivera, and Sergeant Ed Kramer, Captain Pete Yablonsky, PFC Sean Reed, PFC Rusty Caldwell, and they tell you what it's all about. Automatic change readies vehicles for battle at the touch of a button. Magnetic action figures lock onto metal platforms on all STARCOM vehicles. Power deploy, Magnalock. Pretty cool stuff. So when you got vehicles and cards and stuff, carded figures, you could cut out their character things. So I found the ones I cut out as a kid. So here's Colonel James Derringer. I think he was one of 3 leads in the cartoon. Specialties commander, weaponry, P29 Mega Laser pistol, high energy laser weapon, hypervolt power pack. Yeah, so these characters came with tiny visors that are always lost when you find, and when you see a STARCOM character with its visor, that's super valuable. Also, they came with tiny guns. This guy came with a gun attached to a hose attached to his backpack. I don't think I have all that. Here is Major Tony Barona. He is a Starbase commander. So I had not that tower Starbase, but the flatter one with the radar dish and everything, and the airlock and all that stuff. This guy came with that. So he's Starbase Command, and as you can see, his insignia is this. That's Starbase Command. I think this is like Air Force or something. So yeah, I cut this out. This is pretty cool. I think I still have this figure. And Battlecron 9. I think I have 2 of these. Battlecron 9. He came with the Shadow Raider tank, their version of a HISS tank. Captain Battlecron 9. I was disappointed that he was just a robot, but his figure looked awesome. His specialty is he's a Shadow Raider. That's his vehicle ID. So there you have it, STARCOM. Did you have these as a kid? Do you collect these? It's pretty cool stuff. A long-lost, amazing toy line. I was into it as a kid, as you can see. So comment below if you remember this, or if you like STARCOM. If you like what you see, please give a like to this video. Please subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Lots of cool stuff on here. So until next time, take care.